From the soil we have come, to the soil we shall go, and from the soil we want to live. That was the war cry of French wine growers during the wine revolt in 1907. They believed that soil was not just mud and dirt, it was life itself. They fought for the purity of soil. More than 100 years later, in today's India, citizen growers are walking up to the importance of keeping the soil pure and keeping the crops organic. Good soil leads to a good produce, and that leads to good health. But how do you, as an organic farmer, keep the soil unsullied and uncontaminated? Welcome to Earshot English. You're listening to our show, How to Be an Organic Farmer, where experts, entrepreneurs, and gardening enthusiasts will tell you all about organic gardening. We will help you learn how to be an organic farmer. In this episode, experts will teach you how to select the soil, what should be its texture, what minerals should it hold, and where will you get all this? Healthy soil is the backbone of natural farming methods, and an organic farm begins with selecting the soil. That leads us to the question, what is soil made of? Good arable soil is made up of broken down rocks, organic matter, minerals, water and air. The crucial component is organic matter. Organic matter is made up of animal and plant waste. Good quality soil must have 10% organic matter. This helps in the soil's drainage. Organic matter is also fodder of small living organisms like insects, microbes, worms you will find in the soil. The more they thrive, the better will be the produce. Dr. Rupesh Tyagi of Ekam Farm says, you just need a pot to do organic farming. But what matter is the soil. It should provide enough nutrition to the plant.
So one can start organic farming in a pot as well.
Yes.
A small pot, and first of all, we need to understand the soil texture. And if that is good, then you need to just have a good compost, either vermicompost or any of the organic compost.
One of the easiest ways to test a soil's fertility is its pH level. It tells us if the soil is too acidic or too alkaline. pH level 7 is nice and neutral. pH levels below 6.5 means the soil is acidic and needs some limestone. And over 6.8 pH means the soil is too alkaline. It will need some sulfur to make it fertile. Where does one get good unadulterated soil? And how does one test it? Let's listen to Dr. Rupesh Tyagi to find out.
So for soil, you can procure it from any of the farm nearby.
Yes.
The good quality soil, if to start with, first you need to just test the soil according to the parameters like what is the content of NPK and the organic matter. Organic carbon is the important part in the soil, so the concentration should be optimum.
Then again, we must remember that soil is not the only medium that plants grow in. Other mediums are finding new takers, especially in organic farming methods. Let us now take you through two such viable mediums that you can grow in from the comforts of your own home. Manavitha of Hyderabad-based Home Crop spent years in trying to perfect organic farming for city homes. She realized that the contamination usually begins right from the soil. She experimented with different mediums and then found that coco peat, the soil made from the husk of a coconut, can work as a great medium if it has enough organic matter like animal waste or plant compost.
We created our own potting mix. So they even helped us in optimizing the formulation of our potting mix. When I talk about the potting mix, we don't use soil at all. We use a coco peat based medium, which is called soilless medium. There is absolutely no soil in it. What we do is we use coco peat with a lot of nutrients extracted from plant and animal waste. So we use that as a medium to grow plants. Now the reason we have done this is during our research in creating the products, we have realized or rather identified that the soil that is available could be a source of contamination also because of the construction activity or because of the source of the soil, and transporting soil was also not very easy. Our medium is lightweight. Now, when it comes to urban dwellings, you don't want to deal with something that's heavy and dirty or messy. Unlike soil, you don't have to dig. It doesn't get hard when there is no water, or it doesn't get too soggy. So that optimum things are maintained.
Growers that use coco peat or coir pith see a lot of pros in the medium. Coco peat does not allow for fungal growth, keeps insects in check, is environment friendly, and is sustainable. What adds to its wider acceptability is that it can be reused after it is washed and is considered more porous than soil. There's another medium, intrinsic with farms and farming, which has now found great takers. It is water. Yes, a bucket of water can help you produce your next batch of spinach. The process of growing vegetables and plants in water is called hydroponics. Water provides the nutrients, hydration, and oxygen that the plant needs. Let's listen to Somveer Singh Anand of Pinfresh tell us about it.
The nutrients are present in the soil because we put them there. The water is present in the soil because we put it there. The soil doesn't really have anything of its own except that it roots the plant. So let's say we were able to root the plant in some other media, and that media of its own doesn't have any nutrition. So let's say the media is rock wool or clay balls or coco peat. Coco peat is the husk of the coconut fruit. And once you're able to root it there, then what you do is you provide nutrition through an external controllable source. The reason is you want to be to provide the exact nutrition that the plant needs, nothing more, nothing less, because you don't want the fields of this country nitrificating. You don't want excessive nitrogen in the you don't want excessive nutrients in the ecosystem. So you give the exact amount of nutrients that your plant needs. You grow fantastic plants in an extremely controlled environment. Now, whereas a plant in the soil would require the nutrition around the soil to be slightly mobile, in which means if barish aayegi, the thing will move, or the roots have to be aerated again and again, where the soil has to be upturned, that can destroy soil quality. In hydroponics, what happens is because you use a very, very light, porous media, the roots are always aerated, always exposed to oxygen. The water is constantly flowing, so they are always wet. All the nutrition is being given to the roots itself, exactly what it needs. So the roots don't have to do much work. So all the energy of the plant then goes into producing leaves, which is basically what you eat and what you want.
Soil has nutrition and water because we put that in it. We can do the same in a controlled environment in another medium. Water is well aerated, exposed to oxygen, and there is enough nutrition. So the plant is left to concentrate on growing leaves, which is what you eat. So, that was all about soil. But how do we keep the soil nourished in natural and organic farming methods? That's what we'll tell you in our next episode of our series, How to Be an Organic Farmer. This is me, your host Sanyam Sharma, signing out with our reporter Amrita Madhukalya. Keep listening to Earshot.in or download the Earshot app now.